Okay, so I tried to do a stream today for uh, GTA for cops in the LSPDFR Matrix live. Got about an hour, and then on a couple of other attempts, um, GTA just is pretty much rounding out the week for me. So nothing but one computerized disaster after another. So I've decided today I had the hour of GTA. So what I'm gonna do now is something that I think on Star Trek Q said was teaching you how to knock small planets out of and moons out of their orbit. So just gonna go screw with the universe for a little bit. So let's see. Okay, so I think that one might be the one I'm doing now. I think. Nope, that's on my list. There we go. Okay, just forgive me for the time I'm taking here. I'm just trying to get things. Oops, wrong window there. Stream is good. Okay. That just took a moment as I am just setting up all my chat windows so I can see anyone and everyone. So, did this one before. Try to set up a binary system. Basically, for those who don't know, that's a solar system with 2 stars. And then see if the Earth miracle could actually exist in that situation. So, I have my time frozen. And let's see what we can do. So, we're going to go ahead. Let's go start with just random main sequence, like our own star. We'll go ahead and position it right there. And let's position next one. Let's go just over the distance from the Earth to the Sun, which would be about 1 AU. There we go. Nope, we don't want a trinary system. I have a feeling a binary one's going to be challenging enough. Okay, now let us take a Mercury and set it up 250. Let's go almost 300 million kilometers. If I'm reading that right. Nope, 30 million kilometers. So let's go. Let's go 35. Let's have this one be about the same plane, be about 45 away. Let's set up a Venus. And yes, I said Venus, never mind. Okay. Let's set up a Venus over here. Let's go ahead and set up a Earth. Let's go 1 AU. Actually, let's go a little bit more. So our Earth going to be roughly 2 AUs away. That should be far enough. And it looks like it's actually going to orbit both stars. So let's now go ahead and go on the other side here. And let's put a Mars about 1.55 AU. And let's see how we did. See what happens. Play. Let's turn on our. Okay, that looks like that's a pretty funky orbit some of these planets are going to have because of the binary system. Okay, so technically, looking this top down, the second star has not that great of a Goldilocks zone. The other one has a bigger one. This Earth is about just over 2 AUs away. Is it too far away? Or is it just within the, is it going to work out because of the binary system? Hey, Awesome Gamer, glad you can join in. Today was a day riddled with disaster with GTA. So, I keep getting, all day today, I keep getting the memory errors that I only ever seem to get when GTA has been updated recently by Rockstar. Within a few days, I always get the same error because I'm rolling it back to stay on the old version. So, I will be doing, if I don't do it today, I'll probably do at least an hour or 2 hour live stream. At least I'm going to try to do one tomorrow. And so at least I can say I got it in for the week. But this week's just been horrible with computers and networking. Had a couple clients go down with a virus and everything else. So I'm going to speed up. So we're going to go about 2 weeks for every second here. Okay, let's go ahead and turn off the orbits and just turn on our trails. Okay, we're about a year into the solar system, so let's go ahead and check out the Earth. How are we? Well, it's an ice ball. Yeah, a little cold on that planet, about 30 below Celsius. How's Mars? Ooh, where's Venus going? We got 2 Venuses chasing each other. One is very frigid and the other is going to be easily all that. Oh yeah. And it doesn't look like any of these the outer planets anyway, it doesn't look like they're going to be held. Earth is just saying, see you later. I'm taking my ice and going home. Mercury, yeah. This binary system just can't hold it. No orbital parent. Well, Mars seems to be holding itself. But that Venus is holding on. Okay, both Venuses are holding on. What do we have circling this one star? Whatever it is, it's circling it quite fast. Let's see, what is... No, come on. Really? Is nothing circling that? Oh, it's Mercury. Absolutely, I'm always glad to have you here, Awesome. Yeah. So, Mercury somehow has held on to that tight orbit around that star. Wow. That's a hell of an orbital trail. What are we talking about? What is... It's just a little bit toasty on that planet. Where is... is 56. I'm actually trying to see where, how long it takes it to do a year around its star, but over 100 kilometers a second, I wouldn't imagine it takes more than a few days. Oh yeah, the other outer planets are just going deep space now. And the Earth's been killed. Oh yeah. Yep, that's all she is. Okay, well, best thing about creating a universe is you can destroy it and start over. Okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, I know one. Open up the solar system. And I thank you as always, awesome. Let's see what would happen if we ignite Jupiter. I do this one periodically. Oh, let's see here. Let's give it a mass half of our sun. So we're going to make the radius 350 kilometers. Surface temperature, therefore, 3,000 Kelvin. Oh, that's very easy, actually. There we go. Paste that right in there. Okay. Basically, go to that link, awesome, and all you have to do is on the right hand side, you're going to see where it says Friend of the Barrack sign in. And I think you can actually log in, go right there. Give me a moment. It's been a while. No, that's the sign in. Okay. Actually, let me resend you that link. Go to this one. Go to that link. It'll ask you to make a username, and it'll ask for your email address. Put that in, hit register, then check your email, and it'll give you another link. Go to that link in your email, and it'll ask you to put in a password. That's all it is. Oh, that's okay. I will be here with the solar system. Okay, well, now let's go over here to Jupiter. And oh, I knew I was going to forget one. Okay, that's all I have to do, right? Okay, cool. So we're going to go ahead and it's already got all enough hydrogen, so we're going to go ahead and simply ignite. So we're going to go put that per sol. Radius, somehow it monstrously expanded. Okay, temperature's right where I wanted it, 3,300. And let's see what happens with the gravitational forces. We now have 2 stars in our system. Okay, we're on about 12 point... We're about 13 days for every second that passes. Okay, first effect already is it looks like the sun is actually being tugged on by Jupiter. Oh yeah, the sun's definitely getting some tidal force. Oh, Mercury's already feeling the effects. Mercury's pretty much in a few years going to be on a collision course with the sun. Earth is being pushed out a little bit. It's almost sharing an orbit with Mars. But believe it or not, it does appear that the climate on Earth isn't really upheavaled. It's still functioning at 15.2 Celsius, so we should... Earth is still okay, but... Oh, Venus is getting awfully close. I get the feeling we're going to have an explosion in the universe in a few moments. Try to join, but you don't have to have a... That's odd because there's nowhere. I even just double checked to make sure I didn't accidentally click on something and make something that you had to have. It in the profile building, it doesn't require a. There's no text box for a phone number. It'll ask for, when you go to that second link I sent you, it will go to where it'll say username and email, and then you click register. Then you just have to go check your email for a link it's going to send you to complete the process. Basically, it's just going to have you create a password at that point. Yeah, there's the, okay, so yeah, that changed right to login. Okay, yeah, that's the site it should take you to. Okay. Oh, I lost my click on Earth. Okay, surface temperature is at 15.4, so Earth is still okay. But one side is getting very snow covered. So maybe, is it maybe? How's the axial tilt? No, 23.4. Yeah, I don't like how Mercury and Venus are playing two very dangerous games. How's Venus doing actually? Believe it or not, I think it's come down in temperature. Where's Mars? How's Mars doing? 65. Orbital parent of the Sun is Jupiter. Strongest attractor is Jupiter, yeah. The inner planets have managed to hang on this time. How's Saturn doing? Saturn is not really in orbit around anything right now. Strongest... Oh, no. Just got picked up again. That's interesting. So, I wonder if Saturn would actually... I wonder if Saturn is, so it's just like on autopilot. The sun picks it back up, and then goes on auto again. How's Uranus doing? Now that's interesting. That they still feel the sun more than Jupiter. I would have thought the other way around. And Pluto's only got some attraction for the sun, not real pull. And Neptune's still there. Interesting. I would have thought these two and Saturn would have started hanging around Jupiter. Oh, a little bit of a temperature drop on Earth. Nope, went back up. Okay. Staying around that 15.2 to 15.8. 14.2 to 15.4. That would explain why it's a little bit colder on one part of the planet. Okay. Curious. Okay, so we're now about 28 years since we ignited Jupiter. And it almost looks like all the planets have just like readopted orbits. What is going on with the sun now? The sun's picked up some asteroids. So because it got pulled out of position, it started attracting little asteroids that are orbiting it at unthinkable speeds. Which is interesting because when you're far enough away and you got all those different asteroids just orbiting the crap out of the sun, when you get far enough away, it almost looks like the sun has a tail. That's interesting. Uranus's orbital period is collapsing. It's down to almost a century. We'll see if that picks back up, or if Uranus actually becomes a inner planet, basically. We know right now the only major effect that's occurred is that the sun has a half a dozen asteroids circling it. That is rather fascinating, because I didn't realize this, but Jupiter has pulled the sun into the asteroid belt. So literally these inner planets, like Earth just scouted out, skipped off Juno, all the planets are in like a shooting gallery now. Oh. Okay, orbital period of Uranus seems to be going back up, so kind of. Just went back down a little. We'll highlight back on Earth because I have a bad feeling one of these inner planets is eventually going to get struck. Earth is now temporarily inside Venus's orbit. Earth's temperature staying constant though. The sun is just skipping off these asteroids like stones in a pond. That is 2 close calls on this orbit for the Earth. 3 close calls. Oh, oh, wow. That one must have looked phenomenal with a telescope if you're on Earth. Oh no, that's an interesting orbit. We might have, Houston, we might have a problem if the Earth stays outside the Martian orbit like that. How are we doing on the Goldilocks zone? That's interesting. Most of the Martian orbit now is Goldilocks. Ooh. In a couple of revolutions, I think that 2000 CG-105 is going to be a little bit of an issue. Oh no, it's just the way it looked. Things are getting a little chilly, but they're not being bad. 14, and then it goes back up to the 15.2 where you want it. Perfect. Welcome aboard, Awesome. I will say Earth, in its new orbit, Earth has had about 5 or 6 really close calls now that they're now in the asteroid belt. Venus just had one. Well, as a friend, as a registered member friend of the barracks, number one, it gives you access when you sign in at the site. You can actually access the area that's called Dispatch. That's our chat program on CHP Officer 20. As a friend of the barracks, in any upcoming and future, I guess that's kind of the same thing, but of contests and giveaways, registered friends of the barracks are automatically registered for the public contests. Again, another close call. Now a cadet member of the barracks, that's the paid membership to support the channel. That comes with some rewards as well. Access of to the non-public episodes weeks ahead before they're released to the general public. And there's other rewards built in. You can see those at patreon.com/CHP Officer 20. I'll put that in the chat. Now, and then you get the access to for the lowest membership, you get the access to the episodes that have not been released to the general public. And they will be eventually, but you get to see them weeks ahead of everyone else. For the higher memberships, you can actually get a character in the series, and for the next one up, for instance, you get automatic inclusion in the I already said that one. You get the character in the series. For the next level up, you get to actually choose where he's going to patrol, what part of the map. For the next higher up, for instance, you would get an associate producer credit for whenever your character is used in the show. The highest level, which is our diamond plan, that comes with everything of the lower memberships, the unreleased episodes, first access, a character in the series. You get to choose where they patrol on the map within jurisdiction. So Los Santos County Sheriffs are going to be in the city. Blaine County would be North Country, of course. And you get the associate producer credit whenever you your character stars in the show. And you also would get, for the upper level, a free copy of our paperback book, CHP Chronicles, which, if you don't mind me being a salesperson for half a second, available at Amazon worldwide and exclusive for Amazon Kindle. Okay, I'm done being a salesperson now. So, what have we learned this time if we ignite Jupiter? Oh, absolutely. And you can actually get the link for it right on the CHP Officer 20 site. There's a link for the Kindle version and there's a link for the paperback. And I also put the link in all the videos as well too. Actually, as far as the dispatch room, I'm actually in there right now. Actually, that's curious. Vesta has actually taken up an orbit. I feel bad for Mars. I think whenever we do this, Mars gets picked on a little bit, because now it's flat out in the green Goldilocks zone, but it's still negative 64 centigrade. Ooh, Jupiter actually has a Goldilocks zone too. Does it have anything orbiting it? Seems to be doing a lot of solar flare activity, though. Yeah, the last time I did this exact thing and I ignited Jupiter to see what would happen, I think Juno's had it. Yeah, the last time I did this and ignited Jupiter, that's interesting. I wonder how close that thing actually just came to the end of its life. But yeah, last time I did this, the solar system pretty much broke down. So now I wonder if I put an Earth into the Goldilocks zone. No, it's not going to work. No, I'll almost guarantee it's not going to work because Jupiter's in active rotation. Jupiter's in active rotation. That would explain why it's got the solar flare activity. Well, temperature's not bad. It'd be like a permanent deep freeze. About 33, maybe 35 degrees Fahrenheit. So it'd be like having winter all the time. So I suppose life could exist, but what are we looking at for an orbital period here? Because I'm actually getting a little dizzy looking at that thing. Oh, it's really moving too. Orbital period. It has a new year every. I'm doing about 14 days a second. Every time 2 weeks goes by per second, this thing has had 2 years go by on the planet. So I mean, that Earth is kind of worked out. They're going to be cold as hell. How about this one? Well, with the OpenIV thing, I don't really understand what they're saying as far as it's an illegal thing. Because we're not what we're not doing is we're not um, it's not like we're getting it, reverse engineering the code and making our own game out of it. We've added a mod to it, and all we're actually doing is adding cars. So we're not changing anything. We're not changing. We're not, changing the code, making it a new game, and then reselling it. Where if that was happening, yes, that would be reverse engineering in violation of all kinds of copyrights and patents. So, I don't see their point unless they're just upset because if you have a modded game. Oh yeah, absolutely. If you have a modded game, if you have a trainer installed, you can't log into GTA Online. The game will actually tell you no. And so maybe it's that. Maybe Rockstar and Take-Two want to up the numbers of people on their servers instead of the 5M. Because if that's what they want to do, then the modding and the OpenIV would be a direct challenge to that. They don't have much of a leg to stand on in them trying to say illegal. Basically, my thing would be, what you'd want to do then is, my recommendation is don't update your GTA, which I seldom do anyway, just because I don't like the hassles it causes me. Absolutely awesome. I will be here. $15 degrees. Now it's going to plummet. So what have we learned? The Jupiter system, the Jovian system, has its Goldilocks zone. A Earth-type planet can exist, but the problem is it's going to be only a couple degrees above freezing. Meanwhile, the inner planets will cling to the sun, but will be constantly changing their orbit. And most likely the sun's going to get pulled off into the asteroid belt, making life in the solar system a very curious and dangerous one. well, for the most part, with the exception of being dragged into the asteroid belt, and life becoming interesting for those on the inhabited planets, not much has changed. Okay, so I just made Jupiter explode. Yeah, I don't think anything's living on the Earth anymore. Well, at least it's finally warm on Mars. Okay. Well, we had some fun with our solar system. And in a few billion years, maybe something else will form in the Hubble of the mess. Till then, wanna thank you for joining in, and I will be back with an episode of Cops in the LSPDFR Matrix. Bye for now.